Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a striped crochet baby blanket using a 1-row repeat. You can find the free written pattern on my website at julesandjones.com, and you can find the link for that in the description box below. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with our pattern. Some of the materials that you're going to need to make this baby blanket is you are going to need 3 different colors of a lightweight number 3 yarn. I'm using Hobby Lobby's Yarn Bee in their Bamboo-Tiful yarn line, and I am using the colors White, Linen, and Cerulean Sea. You're also going to need a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook in letter size G, a pair of scissors to cut in between ends, and then a darning needle. Now, if you can't get your hands on this yarn, a great substitute for this yarn is Lion Brand Kobu yarn. Okay, so you've got 2 different yarn options for this pattern. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our pattern. So before we get started in making our pattern, I just quickly want to go over what you're going to expect. So this pattern is made using 3 different colors, and it uses a 1-row repeat stitch. So once you've made your foundation row and you've worked that 2nd row, then you just are going to repeat that 2nd row, and then you're going to change colors depending on what the pattern says. Okay, and so in the pattern, I note the colors as A, B, and C. So white is A, blue is B, and then C is this beigey linen color. Okay, and so I'm going to be showing you how to do this step by step in the video tutorial. I will be making a swatch of it because if I were to make the full blanket, it'd be a very long tutorial. So I'm going to be making a swatch of the stitch, and then I'm also going to be working the color changes. So this way you are fully prepped and you know what to do on this pattern. And so don't forget, the link for this pattern is in the description box, so you can always pull that up as I'm making the blanket, and then you can just follow along. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so our first step in making this pattern is to make a slip knot. And so since I'm making a swatch, I am going to be chaining just 16, but if you did want to go ahead and start the blanket, you want to chain 148. Now the pattern starts with the color white. I am purposely doing blue just so that it shows up better on camera. Okay, so first things first, we got to make a slip knot. Now there are a few ways to do this, but my preferred way is just to wrap the yarn around my finger like this. Then I take the back end, push it over the front end, and then I take the back end again and then push it over my finger, just like that. And then I pull tight, and there you go. Now you've created a slip knot. So go ahead and take that yarn and stick your hook straight in and then pull tight. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to be chaining 16. So to make a chain, you're just going to wrap your yarn over your hook and pull it through that first loop. So there we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so once you have your right amount of chains, we are going to start our row 1. So we're going to work a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So 1, 2, and 3. So for a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. And there we go, we've made a double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to work a single crochet in the next chain, which is right here. All right, there we go. So that is what your first little part should look like. And I like to call these little tiny little sequences, okay? Because we're basically going to be making this stitch again until the end of our chain. Okay, so now we're going to skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, and we are going to work 2 double crochets in the following chain. So yarn over, insert your hook into that following chain, and we're going to pull it through, and we're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Now we're going to make another double crochet in that same spot. So yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Now we're going to chain 2, and work a single crochet in the following chain, which is right here. All right, so that is our second stitch or second sequence of our row. Okay, let's do it again until the end. Skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, and work 2 double crochets in the following chain. So here's my first double crochet, here's my second double crochet, and we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to work a single crochet in the next one. All right, let's skip our next 2 chains, 1 and 2, work 2 double crochets in the following one. It's my first double crochet, my second double crochet, and chain 2, and then work your last single crochet in that last chain. All right, here we go. And now we've just completed our first row of our pattern. Okay, so now we're off to row 2. So continuing on with row 2, we are going to chain 2. We're going to turn our work. And now we're going to skip our first stitch, which is right here. So it's that single crochet from the previous row. And now we're going to work that same sequence that we worked for row 1 in this space right here. So if you hold your work in progress like this and you kind of pull it apart, you see that space, okay? So it's the space underneath the 2 chains from the previous row. I know that can sometimes be a little bit difficult to see when you first start out, okay? So we're going to work 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and single crochet in the chain space. So go ahead and insert your hook into that space and make your double crochet. So there's 1 and 2. And now we're going to chain 2 and work that single crochet in that same space. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Okay, and now we're going to skip 3 stitches and work that same sequence that we just worked in the next space. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so yarn over and go ahead and work that double crochet. And that's my second double crochet. We're going to chain 2 and a single crochet in that space. Right? You should have something that looks like this. Now we're going to work that repeat all the way across. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and work my 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and single crochet all in that space. All right, 1, 2, and 3, and then continue on with my sequence. 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and single crochet. And there we go. Now we've just completed row 2, and you should have something that looks like this. Okay, so now for this pattern, you are just going to continue to repeat row 2. And we're also going to be making color changes. So we're going to move on to row 3, and I'm still going to be using the blue color, and then towards the end of row 3, that's when I'm going to change colors. And I do like to use the seamless color change method. So it's a really fun little method to use when you're working with different colors. All right, let's go ahead and start row 3. Okay, so we're moving on to row 3, which is just a repeat of row 2. So we are going to chain 2. We're going to turn our work. We're going to find our first space, which is right here. And we're going to work our sequence again. So we're going to do 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and a single crochet. Okay, and you should have something that looks like this. All right, moving on, we're going to skip our 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to work 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and single crochet. right? Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3. And we are going to work 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and single crochet. All right, so now I'm here towards the end of my row, and that's also where we're going to be working our color change. So how I like to do it is I like to go ahead and work my last stitch, but as I'm finishing the last part of my stitch, which will be a single crochet in this case, that's when I make my color change. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So skip 3 stitches. We're going to work our 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and now we're going to work our single crochet. So I'm just going to scoot these stitches a bit over. I'm going to work part of my single crochet. So I'm just going to yarn over and pull it through. Now I just need to yarn over one more time to complete my single crochet. But now this is where I bring in my other color. And once again, I'm just using linen because it shows up better on camera than the white yarn because I have a white background. So what I like to do, I like to drape my new color over my hook, just like this. And then I just carefully pull it through to complete my stitch. And then I tighten everything up by pulling at the stitches. Okay, so I make sure I have enough of a tail end of my new color. And then I immediately go ahead and chain 2, because I'm just doing a repeat of the 1 row to secure everything a bit more. So once you pull everything up a little bit and you make your 2 chains, see how you have finished your sequence very nicely using the color that you were working with, but you've also changed colors. So this is the front and then this is the back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work that next row just to show you. So I've chained 2, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my work. So here's my first space, and I'm just going to work my 2 double crochets, my 2 chains, and then my single crochet. Okay, so I could show you. So you should have something that looks like this, and then the front. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue on. So I'm going to skip those 3 stitches, work my sequence again, chain 2, and single crochet, skip 3 stitches. I'm going to work my sequence. All right. And here we go. All right, so I've just finished my 4th row and I've also worked a color change. So this is what it should look like after you've completed it. Okay, here's one side when we flip it. Here's the other side. Okay, and see how you very seamlessly made a color change, and then all you have to do is just carefully work in those ends, and then once you've worked them in and they're tightened, it should look like this. All right, and so in the pattern, what you're going to do is you are just going to continue working row 2 throughout the pattern, so a repeat of row 2, and then you are just going to make color changes when the pattern calls for it, and that's it. And that's how you make this really fun striped baby blanket. All right, everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this video tutorial on how to make this beautiful striped baby blanket. I quickly want to go over how to measure the gauge for this stitch pattern because I do get questions often on how to measure it because it is quite a tricky stitch because the stitches are sideways. So what I like to do is, and it's a baby blanket, so some people might disagree, but I mean, I feel like if your stitch is just a little bit off, it's okay because it's just a baby blanket and it's going to be used and it's going to be pulled every which direction. So for me, I'm always just like, oh, it's okay. But anyhow, what I like to do is I just use my gauge swatcher and I just put it right on top of my stitches. And so how I like to measure this one is I just measure by the sequences. So what I mean by a sequence is my sequence counts as 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and single crochet. So I have 1, 2, and 3, okay? And we want a 4-inch one, so I just double this. So 3 times 2 is 6. So I count 6 sequences, so stitches per row. Okay, and then how I count going rows upwards is I count the sequences as well. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so if we times that again, so 6 times 2 is 12. So I have 6 sequences times 12 rows, which equals a 4-inch square. Okay, and so that's just how I measure or how I gauge the gauge for this pattern. But yeah, if you have any more questions on this pattern, just please leave them in the comment section. Then I'll make sure to answer them. And then, yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video tutorial. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next tutorial. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. Bye.